back with Powerboating in Paradise TV, featuring the second annual Key West Air, Land, and Sea Poker Run with members of the Florida Powerboat Club. Promotional support was provided by the Monroe County Tourist Development Council. We're up in the air at Marathon Airport in our helicopter as we join the powerboats who are now leaving Marathon and heading for their final leg into Key West. That's Mark Fisher and Eileen Fisher up front leading the pack in their brand new Nortec 527, sponsored by Boats Direct USA. We're going to have a closer look at this incredible machine a little later in the show. Following them are two boats that came all the way from Canada to attend this event. And for those of you who are just joining us, this is the sea portion of the Air, Land, and Sea Poker Run. At the very same time, we've got cars and aircraft joining us to head for Key West. Here's more of these great aerial views from our helicopter. This is Benny D'Angelo from Montreal, Canada, in his 38-foot cigarette Top Gun called Team Houdini. Got his girlfriend on board and his buddy Danny. They're having a blast. I rode with them earlier in the day, and these guys were pumped up for a great weekend in Key West. I love this Top Gun, love the colors. It's powered by Mercury Racing 525s, so it's a very reliable poker run boat. A little more high performance and certainly the fastest boat on today's run, Sylvain and Chantal Oligny from Montreal, Canada. A 35-foot DCB Cat powered by Mercury Racing 700s. This style of boat is very popular in the Florida Powerboat Club. With this kind of a ride, you can cruise all day at 100 miles per hour. We're setting up a great rendezvous here at Knights Key, just off of Marathon, and you can see the boats as they pull in through the beginning spans of the 7-mile bridge. They're just taking it easy because we're waiting for the cars and the aircraft to rendezvous so that we can capture for the very first time a video sequence that brings the boats and the cars and the aircraft all together as we cross the 7-mile bridge. Remember that in addition to these cars, there are 3 or 4 aircraft taking off from the Marathon Airport as we speak. We're going to get everybody together as we cross. And look at the weather. We've just got beautiful conditions today as we get ready for this shot. Remember now we've got a helicopter camera up in the air. We've also got a Phantom drone that's flying, capturing shots down around the 7-mile bridge. There's the drone shot. And here comes the 1990 Chevy beach cruising van driven by Nino Sanasardo. Looks like we've got everybody together as we get ready to stage the shot now. Remember, we've traveled about 100 miles so far. We've only got about 50 miles to go for today's run, and all of these teams are competing with one another for a chance to win the poker run. There's 3 classes altogether, Air, Land, and Sea, and now joining the Sea class, there's Mark Fisher leading the pack, and there we go, looking across the 7-mile bridge. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I cross the 7-mile bridge, that to me is the most scenic part of the trip down to the Florida Keys. And it doesn't matter to me whether I'm on a motorcycle or driving in a car or if I'm in a powerboat or flying in a helicopter. The 7-mile bridge in this area around Marathon is just really landmark, and it tells you that you're in the Florida Keys, and it kind of gets me excited knowing that very soon we're going to be in Key West. Joining us now is Phil Mendelson, and in the background that's Louis Sotero, both in Sea Ray Experimental Aircraft. That's a Florida-based company. And remember, when you say experimental, that means you built it, your name is on the manufacturing placard. We've also got a Piper Saratoga on the way. We'll see them in just a minute. There's Matt and Gail leading the pack in their Tesla. They are the only team that will not spend $1 on fuel all weekend long. Why? Because the Tesla is 100% electric. Just a reminder for those of you watching, especially the boaters, this is a carefully mapped out sequence. You cannot run your boat along the entire span of 7-mile bridge without running aground. We picked an area where we could do it safely, and that's what we're doing right now. Back with our dueling Sea Rays, they're cruising at about 60 miles per hour right now. What's cool about these aircraft is they're slow flying and they can land pretty much anywhere. Eyes close on the screen as the Piper Saratoga, there he is, gone. If you want to see that again, that was Jim and Lynn Archambault from Atlanta, Georgia in their Piper Saratoga. Obviously, they fly much faster. They're going to be in Key West in about 10 minutes flat. So we're going to bid farewell to the Sea team as they head offshore. Heading for Key West, they've got about another 45 miles to go. Meanwhile, our land class checked in at the Boondocks in Ramrod Key for another poker card. There's Jackie. She kicked me out of the car and took our neighbor, Toby Aycock, along for the rest of the ride.
See you in Key West?
See you in Key West.
Okay, now we've got a Camaro.
Okay, let's take a look, girls. Look up at me here. Okay. Another card. Thank you. All right, thanks for the shoot. Good job.
Bye.
I'm done for now. We'll see you at Conch Republic.
Bye-bye.
So we will now bid farewell to our aircraft as they head into the Key West Airport. You're with members of the Florida Powerboat Club, and we'll be right back with more Powerboating in Paradise TV.